There are a number of financial mistakes that new attendings make. Let's go through them one by one and make sure you're not having this same problem. The first is not having a plan at all. And if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. The default option for most physicians is not pretty. Without any sort of check on it, most people will spend all of their income and then some, leaving nothing to use for building wealth. Number two is an inadequate savings rate. The typical attending physician should be saving 20% of gross income for retirement, with any amount for other goals such as paying off a mortgage, saving up for college, or buying that new shiny Tesla, in addition to that 20%. The third mistake is to have the wrong student loan plan. And this one's arguably more important for residents to get right than attendings. But it can still result in the waste of tens of thousands of dollars of income. If you're employed full-time by a 501c3 or a nonprofit, enroll your federal student loans in the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program by making payments under an Income Driven Repayment program. The earlier in your training that you do this, the sooner you will reach the 120 monthly payments required to qualify for tax-free forgiveness of the remainder of those loans. If you are not working for a nonprofit, refinance your student loans. The fourth mistake is having inadequate insurance. There are some risks that you cannot self-insure against, no matter how well you save, at least for a few more years. Buy disability, life, property, health, umbrella, and malpractice insurance. The fifth mistake is failing to invest. Some people save just fine, but fail to actually put the money into any sort of investment. They may find they have $500,000 or more just sitting in their checking account. Meanwhile, they've missed out on thousands of dollars in tax savings and compound interest that could have been theirs. The sixth mistake is missing the forest for the trees. Some docs end up with a bizarre collection of investments. If you will build your plan from the top down instead of the bottom up, you can avoid this error. The seventh mistake is not understanding your employment contract, and too many physicians sign contracts they do not understand and would have never signed if they did, and that can be for both employment contracts as well as partnership contracts. The eighth mistake is buying whole life insurance, and while there are a few niche uses of this product, almost no new attending has a need for any of them. Buy term life insurance if anyone else depends on your income. The ninth mistake is hiring a bad advisor. When it comes to financial advice, you want a minimally biased, fee-only, fiduciary, experienced financial planner, plus minus an asset manager. The goal is to get good advice at a fair price. The 10th mistake is a bad housing decision. Doctors make all kinds of housing-related errors, including buying a house before they're ready to do so, spending too much on a house, or getting an above-market rate mortgage. Try to keep your mortgage to less than 2 times your gross income. You might have to stretch a little bit in a high cost of living area. And when I say stretching, I'm talking about 3 to 4 times your gross income, not 10 times your gross income. But realize if you do stretch, that's going to have consequences on the rest of your financial life. Doctors are well known for making lots of financial mistakes. Avoid these big ones, and your nest egg will thank you for it later.
The hosts of the White Coat Investor podcast are not licensed accountants, attorneys, or financial advisors. This podcast is free entertainment and information only. It should not be considered professional or personalized financial advice. You should consult the appropriate professional for specific advice relating to your situation.